You're going to sign up for an account and you're going to start pushing buttons. Now, I know that sounds really simple, but all you're going to do is you're going to search Craigslist for people in need of easy to deliver services. Now, I've got a little list right here for you of common searches that come up all the time, stuff that's super simple. You got logo design, you've got Facebook pages, you've got SEO work, you've got website creation. The lists go on and on and on, okay? So all you're going to do is you're going to head to Craigslist. Now you're going to find those people that are searching for something or that need any one of these jobs done. Basically anything that can be delivered over the internet, that's what you're going to be looking for. And you're going to be able to find those people who can provide those solutions to the business owners. You're going to be able to find them on the Warrior Forum, on Fiverr, on a whole bunch of different sites. But for this purposes and the free guide, what you're going to do is you're going to use Fiverr, you're going to use the Warrior Forum, and you're going to use Craigslist. Everybody with me there? Sounds easy, right? Now the important part here though is that's as simple as it is. Okay, I know we should probably make it more complicated than it is, but anybody in the world that has access to the internet can go out, set up those accounts, find someone who needs something on Craigslist. There's also other sites that you can use, so yeah, if you know them, go ahead. But don't let how easy this is to stop. You're going to go over to Craigslist. You're going to find someone. You're going to head over and find people that will deliver the services for cheap. And I'm going to show you some stuff in here that's going to show you how many people actually deal with this. But you need to understand that this is simple. There's nothing overcomplicated. If you're all looking for some sort of crazy epiphany that I'm going to give to you right now, there isn't one. It's this simple. It takes zero skills as long as you can type some coherent English, and so far from what everyone on the call is typing, I can see that they can. And you can start making money today. So this is the power of the system, guys. You don't have to be running around doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff, trying to set up your hosting or video or anything like that. You can even provide SEO services without having a clue on how to do SEO. So does everyone see that? Does everyone see how easy that actually is? Are you kind of like, okay, that's a little bit easy? Okay, so just to recap, guys, this is all you really need to do. Head over to Craigslist, go to Fiverr. You can, as I mentioned, there's other sites. You can use the Warrior Forum here. You can use, there's a whole bunch of forums. On the top of my head, I don't have them right now, but we're going to show you a bunch of different sites that are coming up. So Craigslist, Fiverr, the difference is yours to keep. Now you can also do this in the local area. Like there's all kinds of different things you can do. And I have some really good examples. So you have a system right now, guys, seriously, you have learned something in this portion with that PDF, which is exactly the same as this, is that you can go out and you can apply today. And that was one of the goals of having that PDF sent out to you so that you guys could see how easy this actually is. And at the very least, do the search and go, oh, wow, it would be great if I could, do this and then get started with it. So there's still a few problems though. So as awesome as that system is, you still have to search manually. So going out there and knowing that this is possible, you still have to go and there's work. And that's what we were talking about earlier. We don't want to have to do work. We don't want to have to spend a bunch of time trying to figure out how to make this happen. So searching manually becomes a bit of a pain, and you can only really work probably 2 sites a day, and once you get started on this and get rolling, you're like, okay, there's more, I got to get into it. So basically, if you look at it, this could add up to being another full-time job, and I kind of wanted to show you guys some math on what that's like. So say search Fiverr for a half an hour to find the good ones, find the people that actually, I don't know if anybody here has actually searched Fiverr. There's a zone that I call, and it's called the Fiverr zone. It's like the Twilight Zone. You go in there, you feel like you've only been in there for 15 minutes, and you come out like 2 hours later trying to figure out what just happened to yourself. Anyone ever had that happen? I'm getting the yeses and stuff like that. Yeah, okay, cool. It's good that everyone knows that. Yeah, so I call it the Fiverr zone. You head on into the Fiverr zone and you come out. So half an hour is probably a modest amount of time, especially if you're distracted easily by shiny buttons. But to find the good ones, we're going to say about half an hour. Now with Craigslist, to go on doing this search in a bunch of different places and really getting going with it, this is going to take you half an hour to an hour. So the total time that you're spending researching new jobs, you may or may not get, right? You may not get all these jobs, so you're getting all this. So let's say you get 1 to 2 potential clients, and that's 1.5 hours of your time. So 8 potential clients max in, say, 6 hours. And while you can make some good money doing that, this isn't going to be getting you home anytime soon. We want to be able to ramp this up and take this through the roof. But imagine if you guys could actually reach hundreds of people per hour, thousands of people per hour. Do you see how profitable that would be? See how profitable this little system would be if you were able to actually put it on steroids and ramp it up. So let me introduce you guys really quickly to Profit Penguin. Staring me right in the eye and I can't say it. So this is online earning made easy, and I'm going to show you exactly how easy this is. So we head over, we open Profit Penguin. Next up, we push some buttons, and step 3, we start making money. It's truly that simple because the entire process that you've seen has been automated for you. So you're going to be able to do this. Now, to talk a little bit about this software, when you're creating something like this, you have to go through and start talking with some of the people that are in the industry that are going to be referring their customers and stuff here. And there's someone who's known a little bit as a hard-nosed guy, reviewer kind of person who goes out there and he doesn't pull any punches. He was able to give us, and this was good, that we got a really good review out of this, and this is one of the things he had to say. It doesn't take too much to see the profit potential. In under 30 seconds, he had the potential to earn $245. Now this is coming again from a guy that's pretty hard-nosed about software, knows the ins and outs. And this is what some of the people that have had the use Profit Penguin are saying. Now Phil up there, Phil Henderson, he's a guy that actually, like, this is his business model. He's been doing this for a very, very long time. He knows the ins and outs of arbitrage, both physical products, digital goods, you name it, Phil knows how to do it. Now, Honey here, he let his girlfriend use the software, and she went out and she made $156 in just 4 days. And she did SEO, which she doesn't really know. She was able to transfer. The customer was very, very happy, so it was good. And then we've got Tammy down there. Tammy is letting you guys know how awesome this software actually is. So with Profit Penguin, you're going to jump onto the internet anywhere in the world and have access to thousands of people looking to get work done, and you're going to have access to thousands of overqualified people looking for work, and they're selling their services for dirt cheap. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're actually going to dive into this, and I'm going to questions that are coming up and some of the things I have. A lot of shoes for his girlfriend. Okay, good. So I'm going to jump into the software now, guys. I'm going to get going. If you got any questions, throw them in the chat box. I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to make sure I'm still logged in. All right, so this is Profit Penguin. Basically, this is it. Like, this is how you get into it. There's going to be no plugging in. You're not going to have to. You're not going to have to go and download this software onto your computer. You're not going to have to get different licensing rights for it. Basically, once you have access to the software, you just log in anywhere in the world. So if you're, say, on the holiday and you aren't allowed to bring the computer for this holiday because it's just, but you find a computer, you got some time, and just head on down to the lobby, use the community computer, and you can access it, you can get to work and maybe pay for that next dinner. So this is what you guys are going to see when you come in here. Now what you'll notice is, because people are asking me a little bit about differences and stuff, because there are other solutions like this out there that aren't the same as this. They use Fiverr. Now there's questions about saturation, but we're using SEO clerks here. A, because you can improve your profits, and B, because a lot of people don't really know about this place. Now, the question about saturation, that's one that's going to come up time and time again. So what we're going to do is we're going to search. What we're looking at here with the Craigslist and SEO clerk is what we're looking at is what everybody will have access to. First level, we'll explain that a little bit. But we're going to look at something that has been searched since day one. Super simple, no matter what, people will search this, and then they worry about saturation. So we're just going to look up logo. We're going to keep it in New York. And maybe I'll press search so that it'll actually start working. Now, look at all of this stuff. Now, there was one that I found. Anyways, there's all this stuff that's coming up. So we got this logo designer that came out willing to. Okay, can everyone see that this is like a real Craigslist listing, and I'm not making this up. This is something that actually comes up. Okay, cool. All right. So this is a real thing. Now, what's awesome is we can see we're willing to. They're going to pay $100, which will include 4 designs. So let's head on back over to Profit Penguin, just SEO clerks alone. Now remember, the reason we are adding SEO clerks instead of just Fiverr is that it's also cheap. Okay, it's cheaper than Fiverr. I know that people are sitting there going, how is it cheaper than Fiverr? But it really is. So as you can see right here, simple logo design for $1. Then you can head over here. There's one done in 3 hours for $1. So we're going to click this open and we're going to have a little look just so everyone can see. Because there's also questions about how do I prove that this works or that this is my stuff. Well, you've got all the designs right here that you can include in your email, letting these people know when you contact them. So we're looking here, and for $3 or $4, we are still cheaper than Fiverr, and we're getting this person what they want. Very simple. Can everyone see that? That's you head into Profit Penguin, you look up logos. Now, I'm talking about logo design has been from everywhere in the world. Now, what we've also added is we've added people per hour. This is one of those things that you can do here, and we're going to check on logos here. Oh, maybe I should spell that properly. Okay, and we've got a price point here. So as you can see, there's someone willing to pay $229, $305, $200. So if we're in SEO clerks and we're finding things for $1, up to $4, up to $5, now if you're making $300 per logo, let's just say, and again, guys, you can use Facebook. As long as you can think that you can deliver it on the internet as a digital service people might want, you can find it. But when we're talking about logos, something basic, $305, I'd be willing to pay someone up to you know, 50 to 75 bucks just to do that, even $100, because I'm still making $200 for sending like 4 emails, one to them, approval, done. Very, very simple, and that is the power of this. Now we also still have Fiverr in there for you guys, so all you got to do is click on the Fiverr SEO Clerks tab to go back and forth, and on this side, when you're looking for people that would like jobs done, this is where you'll be choosing from. So head into logo design on Fiverr so that we also have it. $5, $5. Now this can get pretty expensive. You can get up to like $15, so you're only going to pay $85 on the transaction. Cool. Ebooks, short reports. There are people that are looking for ebooks. Okay, there are people that are looking for ebooks and short reports. What we want to do is we want to think more of business owners and what business owners would be looking for. Make sense? Okay, cool. So I'm going to put that down there. So you guys can head and talk to Mehdi if you're having any questions at all right now, because this is the full software. I know it should be some come in, download it kind of thing, but what we've done is we've kept it web-based, easy for you to use, and as you can see, using something as simple as logo design, even on Craigslist, and all we're doing is searching New York here. You guys still have a whole bunch of other stuff in here, but logo design is something that's common. And the one thing I want to also state so that people understand, like, not many people know about the logo design world, but my neighbor, she is a graphic designer, and she will not talk to anyone for less than $1,500. She won't even let you look at her for less than $1,500 when it comes to asking about her work. So you can take this up really, really high, and there's different ways to scale, but this is the software. This is it. You get in, you push some buttons, you go in, you contact the person on Craigslist once you find someone on SEO Clerks, and boom, you get going. And now you can do that over and over and over and over and over again. So it's very, very simple to use. I'm going to jump back into the PowerPoint now. I just realized how easy this was to reach that many people. So we showed you how to do what it is, like how to do this without automation. We've shown you how to automate this process where you can literally hit thousands of different people a day and continue to go. We've only used New York. We haven't gone into new cities. We haven't gone into new states, which you're more than welcome to do with it. There, you can go anywhere you want with that. So I'm just going to move this. I'm going to close these. If you got any questions about it, guys, just hit Mehdi in the chat box. He's itching to answer your questions today. And excuse me for 2 seconds while I grab a drink. $7, it's going to give you 40 lifetime searches. This is ideal for people who are just going to see if this could work, which, by the way, guys, I don't ever suggest you sit on the fence and see if something works. I always suggest that you get out there, you give it 110% until success happens. It's one of the things I had to know. This is also for business owners. They know they're going to do maybe 40 searches in a year. Onto it, they're going to save themselves a boatload of money. Now, you also have access to and Craigslist. Next one that we have is we've got Platinum. This is unlimited lifetime searches. So this is for people who want to get in there and just go crazy and go to town. And that's going to be unlimited searches on Craigslist and SEO clerks. Now Diamond, this is the big daddy. This is the one that you're going after. This gives you access to every single one of those sites that we showed you. And it's a one-time investment of $47. Lifetime searches, you get Craigslist, people per hour, Project for Hire, Guru.com, Fiverr, SEO clerks. So if you're worried about saturation being a problem, when you have this many places to go, saturation very, very quickly becomes a concern of the past, right? So this is the suggested one that we go after, because this is the one that's going to give you the most access, most reach across the world, and give you the opportunity to get in touch with a lot of people and start building that business with pushing buttons. And again, guys, none of these levels require you to get websites. They don't require you to do hosting. Now, I would suggest later on in the future that you guys seriously consider that, but you don't need that stuff to get going with Profit Penguin. The Diamond entry level, you get to go all over the world and chase down whatever you want. So we're going to talk a little bit about why we want to choose Profit Penguin, because someone mentioned there's other solutions. Now, we can use Profit Penguin on Mac or a PC. It's web-based.